Hello again for I forgot how many times. I tried to start this stream several times and it kept cutting out. I had to do tests to make sure it was going to work because, crashing a fourth time would have been just too much. Welcome into the Knicks-Verse. This is the NBA season preview focusing on the Eastern Conference. We're going to look at wins projections. We're going to look at what BetMGM has projected. And then we're going to look at ESPN's Kevin Pelton's, what his computer model says. He put that out early this week. And then, no volume. Can't hear my voice. Hello? Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, are you kidding me? You can't hear me? Oh, you're right. Oh, here we go. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello, hello? Okay, you hear me now? All right. Jesus. Technical difficulties galore here. All right. Okay, voice is fine. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm going to start this over again. All right. In case everybody missed it. This is the NBA season preview focusing on the Eastern Conference for the upcoming season, 2025-26. We're going to look at wins projections. We're going to look at what Vegas is saying. We're going to look at what ESPN Kevin Pelton's computer model is saying. And then I'm going to give you my predictions for wins and losses for the Eastern Conference. All right, let's get to it. All right, salute to everybody. Shout out to everybody for joining me. Thank you so much. There were several joining earlier, and they were being patient. We had lots of problems getting this stream going. I don't know what happened. Some of the settings got messed up, but either way, this is the Eastern Conference wins projection show, and we are going to get right to it. Let's look at this. Okay, let's look at this. Here we go. Okay. So this is how Vegas has it laid out right now. I'm looking at BetMGM's predictions. This is their wins, losses. They have the Cleveland Cavaliers first at 56.5 wins, 56.5. The Knicks at number 2, 53.5. With the Magic in third, 51.5. The Atlanta Hawks at 46.5. Pistons at 45.5. And the Bucks. Giannis's Bucks coming out at 42.5, tied there with the Philadelphia 76ers. And the Boston Celtics, even though they're without Jason Tatum, they're at 40.5. And then the Toronto Raptors, bringing it up there. I think they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ninth place, Toronto Raptors. So Toronto, I got it as Tonto. Let me fix that. The Toronto Raptors are listed as the ninth, possibly a play-in team for the first time in a while. And then as we scroll down a little further, we see the Pacers, 38.5 wins. Miami Heat, 37.5. Chicago Bulls, 32.5. And Charlotte Hornets, 27.5. And the Wizards, 21.5. And Brooklyn Nets as the worst team in the East at 20.5. So that's what Vegas is saying right now. This is where the money's going. They have the Knicks right up there in second. Interesting because there was definitely at some points during the summer, the Knicks were even the favorites to come out of the East and even to win it. The volume is still really low. Okay. Let me see. What is the deal here? Let me see here. Okay. How about now? Is that better? Is that better? Maybe this needs to be cranked a little bit here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. You know what? I've been messing around with my setup, and sometimes things get moved around a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, so these. This is where the money's going. This is what Vegas is saying. Now let's look at what ESPN Kevin Pelton is saying. And in fact, let's go here. It's loud as hell. He likes it better this way. Well, okay, here, you can turn it down. Here we go. I'm going to turn it down now. All right. We're going to find a happy medium. You can tell I haven't gone live since July. So here we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's look at Kevin Pelton's numbers on ESPN. Okay, so here, this is their projections, and the way his model works is he uses a combination of player ratings based on a combination of Shoney, stats-based projections, and luck-adjusted, regularized, adjusted plus minus over the past 3 seasons. And it's interesting the method that he goes through. It also ends up going towards the medium. So it takes out the high ends and it takes out the low ends. So sometimes you see some really bizarre numbers. But let's get to, here we go. So his model is predicting the Cleveland Cavaliers 50.1 wins. There it is, 50.1 wins. Where ESPN Bet, which almost ESPN Bet and BetMGM have the identical numbers. They have the Cavs at 56.5 wins. He has it at 50.1. And why do they project a worse total? The Cavaliers are probably due to some regression to the mean after jumping from 48 wins to 64 last season. And part of that relates to health. Cleveland's missing 2 starters, Darius Garland and Max Strus. They're sidelined to start the season. So, I think this is low. Personally, 50.1 is pretty low. I think 56.5 is more like it. And then number 2, he has Orlando Magic at 49.9 wins. That, to me, is a little shocking. And he's saying that this is projecting lower than what Vegas is saying, but he still had, and also they added Desmond Bain, so he makes a big difference. Okay, the volume's good. Okay, good. Here, the Knicks. They have the Knicks in 3rd place at 47.2 wins. Again, this is distorted by the model that eliminates the high end and the low end, but they have the Knicks coming in 3rd, behind Orlando Magic. It's a little crazy. And then coming in 4th, Indiana Pacers. Even though they're missing Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner, he still has them coming in at in 4th place at 45.9. That's weird. And the Celtics, even without Tatum, they believe that they can still finish 5th in the East. Coming in 6th is Milwaukee Bucks at 44.5 wins, which is over the ESPN Bet number. Why do they project their total to be better? I might point out that Milwaukee has Giannis, and leave it at that. Bucks went 11-5 last season in games Antetokounmpo played without Dame Lillard. But they're missing Brook Lopez, but Miles Turner, I guess he's considered an upgrade because Lopez had dropped off recently. And they have AJ Green, Kevin Porter, and Ryan Rollins. So now the Hawks. They have the Hawks in 7th, 44.3 wins, which is not as good as the ESPN Bet number. But he has them coming in 7th place. And then the Detroit Pistons in 8th, 42.6. The Pistons in 9th with 40.7 projected wins, and the Miami Heat as the last play-in team with 40.3 projected wins. They added Norman Powell, so that helps a lot, but they still are without Jimmy Butler. There's no more Jimmy. Jimmy's in the West Coast now. And they have the Philadelphia 76ers at 11th. And a lot of this is because of health issues. They say here, if Joel Embiid is healthy and effective, Philadelphia probably would finish better than 500. But even with 140 minutes, I've projected for Embiid, feel optimistic at this point. He last played that much in 2022-23, en route to being named MVP. Also, fellow injury question mark is Paul George. He has him no longer rating as an elite player after last season's performance. Okay. In 12th, they have the Bulls. 38.0 wins. All right. He feels the case. You think Chicago has won either 39 or 40 games across each of the past 3 seasons, and they went 17-10 after the All-Star break last season without Zach LaVine. So he thinks the Bulls made it clear that they'd rather pursue play-in berth than a high spot entering the lottery. So they're going to try to win. All right. And then the Charlotte Hornets in 13th place with 28.5 wins. And the Brooklyn Nets 14th with 17.6 wins. And then you have the Wizards bringing up the rear with projected 14.2 wins. Wow, wow, wow. That's a pretty low number right there. All right, let's look at the chart again. So here we have, this is the Bet MGM one. You see the Knicks are in second, Orlando's in third, and then it switches to Magic in second, Knicks in third, Indiana Pacers fourth, Celtics fifth, on and on and on. Now we're going to look at, we'll go to the bottom here too. 14.2 wins. Now we're going to look at what Into the Knicks-Verse says. Here we go. Boom. That's right. Not quite 60. Not quite 60 wins for the New York Knicks, but I believe the New York Knicks have enough to win the East. That's right. 59 wins for the Knicks. And Cleveland Cavaliers will finish second. The Knicks and Cavaliers are clearly on a tier above everybody else. And as you look at these numbers, you can feel the tiers as well. Not tears. The Cleveland Cavaliers at 56 wins. And then below that, 8 wins below that, the Orlando Magic at 48 wins. I do believe that the Orlando Magic with Desmond Bane, and at some point, Jalen Suggs is going to return. He has an injury that somehow hasn't quite healed yet. But at some point, he will return. Defensively, they're a fabulous defensive team. Desmond Bane is going to help their offense, but they still lack outside shooting. Consistent outside shooting. But with that kind of defense and that youth on that team, I believe that they are good for just shy of 50 wins, 48 wins for them. And then fourth, this one I struggled with. I kept thinking, at some point I thought maybe the Pistons are going to finish third in this league. I'm going to come back and review all the stuff here. If there's anything I missed or whatever, just repost it. At one point, I thought the Pistons were going to finish third behind the Cavs. But as I looked at it more and more, it does feel like the Magic is just clearly a little bit better than the Hawks and Pistons. But the Hawks, I got to say, the Hawks did a great job. They got Kristaps Porzingis added to that team. They have Jalen Johnson coming back. Dyson Daniels might make a leap. I mean, he's already defensively one of the best defensive players in the game. They are scary. I got to tell you, they are scary. They could end up with 50 wins. And at this point, the Detroit Pistons, I feel almost the same way about. What they showed in the playoffs against the Knicks last year, tremendous fortitude, and Cade Cunningham is also poised to make a leap himself. And a lot of people are rating him a top 10 in the NBA player. And if he makes a leap from that, and they're going to have Jaden Ivey's coming back, but they're going to be missing Malik Beasley. We're not sure what's going to happen with Malik Beasley, but they're missing shooting. That's one of the issues for them. They don't have much shooting, outside shooting. But Cade, if he keeps progressing, they may not need much of it. I'll tell you. And then I have in sixth place the Milwaukee Bucks. The Giannis factor, I just don't see him allowing that team to miss the playoffs. He will will them to 45 wins himself. Obviously he's got some players around him, but not at the level that he had in the championship years. Not at all. And then I have the Toronto Raptors. Let me fix this. I have the Toronto Raptors, who I think it's finally going to be the year where this lineup, when they've made these trades for RJ and IQ, and then they brought in Brandon Ingram, and then they got Poeltl there, and they have Scotty Barnes, and they have Grady Dick, Abaji. I have a feeling this team, and also defensively, they were a very strong team last year. I think they could be a top 10 defense, and if their offense starts clicking in any way, shape, or form, these guys could end up with a plus 500 record for next season at 42-40. And then I have the Miami Heat at a 500 record, 41-41, along with the Chicago Bulls. Now the Heat, this is more Eric Spoelstra than anything. He's going to figure out a way to make that team win as many games as they lose as they can. Win as many games as they can. At this point, I have them at 41 wins. I just can't see them getting up to, into that other tier up there with the Hawks and the Pistons and the Bucks. I just can't see that right now. And actually, if an inch, remember, I'm looking at all this, not looking at injuries at all. You can't project injuries, but you can look at players that are currently injured, and how effective they may be when they actually come back, like a Paul George, which I don't believe. I agree with Kevin Pelton on that. I don't agree with much in that other thing, but Kevin Pelton, I do agree that Paul George is no longer an elite player in the league. But the Bulls are a team. They are a team that actually may overachieve this year. They may be one that kind of creeps up into like that 44 wins kind of area there. They want to start winning, and what Pelton's analysis was correct. Once they traded Zach LaVine, they started clicking. And Kobe White is an exciting player. I have a feeling that team's they're gonna fight because they're gonna want to get into the playoffs, and I project that they're gonna end up in the top right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, they'll be in the play-in. I should have put numbers next to this. Now, the last team fighting for a play-in spot is the Philadelphia 76ers, according to me. And the reason being is Tyrese Maxey, man. Tyrese Maxey, they have enough players on that team. Jared McCain at some point is going to come back, but VJ Edgecombe, that guy is for real. Quentin Grimes, they have a really nice backcourt. And then if an Embiid is scheduled to come back at some point during the season. So even if he comes back just for the second half of the season, and Maxey and company can keep them around, kind of just below maybe around 500, just below 500, and then you get Embiid to come, who knows? That team may be one that ends up with 44 wins or something. But right now, I have them at 40 wins and 42 losses, but getting the 10th spot in the play-in, and then playing the Bulls, or actually it could be the Heat for that spot. And if by then Embiid is healthy, and then George comes back, who knows? They could upset the Heat and then play whoever the loser of the Bulls and Raptors are. So that's how I have that shaking out right now. Missing the playoffs is going to be the Boston Celtics, because I don't believe that a team that has lost not just Jason Tatum, but Kristaps Porzingis as well. They did some salary dumping. Jaylen Brown and Derek White are good players, but they also lost Al Horford. There's too many pieces are missing from the team that basically dominated the East for about 3 or 4 years. So I just don't see them winning more than 39 wins. I think I'm high on it, but compared to the other Bet MGM, they have them at 40.5, and then ESPN Pelton, he way overdid it, 45.6. And again, that model is based on performance of the past 3 years. So I think that's why that number is overinflated, because that team has performed well in the past 3 years, along with the Indiana Pacers. So I have the Pacers also missing with 38.44. And then below that is the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets, at one time I was thinking, 17.6? Yeah, maybe that's about right. No, when you have Michael Porter Jr. And Cam Thomas and all these young guys, they're not gonna just roll over people. They're gonna win some games that they shouldn't win, and I think they're gonna end up with at least 25, 26 wins. Similar to Charlotte Hornets, they are they're a disappointing team. I don't even understand what they're doing. But for years I thought, this is the season when the Hornets have a good year. Never happens. And then the Wizards, 18-64, and they'll be gunning for the number 1 draft pick. That's what they'll be doing. All right, man. Now I'm going to check out the chat over here. Let's see here who we got in the house. Thanks everyone for joining me here. Sorry it took a while to get going. Having some keyframe interval issues. I was messing with some settings the other day, experimenting, and maybe I hurt myself. Okay, we got Christian Sandoval in the house. What's up? Isaac Levy. We got Humberto de la Hoz. All right. And who else? I saw Drew. Where's Drew? There's Drew Reviews. What's up? The fact that the Magic are projected as the number 3 seed shows how weak the East is. Yeah. It is. That's a good point. It's a very good point. I think if it's actually a very good point. We get back to this. I think if this was a regular season, a regular year with let's say Halliburton and Tatum did not get hurt, we'd be talking about Knicks, Cavs, Boston, Indiana as the clear top 4, and then it'd be Magic, Atlanta, and Pistons fighting for that. So that definitely, but according to Pelton, he has that. Whoa, he has them up there. So, but that's an excellent point. We got JG Insight in the house. What's up? We got Buzzer Beater. What's up, Buzzer Beater? Let's go. So I want to see you guys start dropping in the chat your win prediction total for the New York Knicks for this season. Just start dropping it in the chat there, and then we'll review it. All right. One thing I want to announce is, yes, channel memberships are now available. Support the Knicks-Verse. Become a member today. I would totally appreciate it tremendously to help juice the channel. There's going to be perks, there's some sweet perks, priority reply to comments, members. There's going to be members only shorts that I'll be making. Like sometimes I get like certain ideas. I have certain takes that I don't have enough time, to put them out there. So I got to kind of combine them into a video. But now I'll be doing shorts, and then if you're a member, you'll be getting those shorts only. There'll be a members only chat room on the Discord. Shout outs, special shout outs, merch discounts, and more. We'll be doing maybe a live stream just for members only with Q&A. That is really exciting. I'm happy to finally launch this. I should have launched it last year, so I'm launching it now. I just started yesterday. So if you guys are want to be supporters of the Knicks-Verse, please join today. The link is on the channel page on YouTube. And also, the hats, the New York edition, special edition hats for the 2025-26 season have arrived. I just got mine yesterday. I love it. It's so cool looking. Waiting on the t-shirts coming soon. There's all kinds of stuff too. There's hoodies and dad hats. So check it out. The link for the store is in the description below, but I'll also post it right now in the chat. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, it would really help. It would help the channel tremendously. Where is that? Sometimes. There it is. I'm gonna post this in here. And if there's any kind of merch that you guys are into, just let me know. Send me a DM. Okay, so let's see. What? 62 wins. Wiz BKLA. I love it. And NBA Finals. Drew Review says Knicks will win exactly 60. Luis Nunez, 58. I love it. So you guys are like, I'm at 59. You guys are right up there. Stanley Man thinks the Knicks will win 55 games. What's up, Stanley? Good to see you, bro. Man. Either way, that's a lot of wins. This is going to be an exciting season. And, I mean, if you guys have been watching the preseason games, these guys have so much in the tank. There's so much more that they can do. That they've barely started scratching the surface offensively. But defensively, wow, this is like a new team. This is like a new team defensively. Cat is playing some of the best defense I have ever seen from him. I rewatched the game with the Timberwolves, and in the recap, I had overlooked a lot of the deflections that he caused and the turnovers that he caused. He's if he stays that active, I think losing those extra pounds that he said he's in his best shape he's been in a while, he is now a better defender. He was a little bit too plodding before. So I think once the offensive game starts clicking in, he's just a little rusty at the moment. But that happens, in preseason. That's the last thing to come is the shooting. In fact, when shooting comes early, it kind of feels like it's not real. And we've seen guys, be hot and then go really cold. So I'm glad that it's all shaping up the way it is. I think Brown is doing an excellent job keeping these guys on point. Oh, here we go. My feed was so slow over here. All right, everything good with the connection? Just want to make sure. Okay, let's go back to the. Let's go back to this. Okay, so we're seeing Jet Life for Life 58 wins. Salute to you, brother. 2 Crew Mindset Mogul says 56 to 60 wins. That seems to be the range. I did this year's prediction model a little different, but I did it differently. If you guys have watched the ones I've done in the past, I go through every single game. And I give them a rationale for, why they'll win this one, to lose that one, win this one, to lose that one. And I was incredibly accurate. Incredibly accurate. I predicted 47 wins 3 years ago. And I think 53 wins. Incredibly accurate. So this 59 feels really good. If the team stays as healthy as last year, I can see a 60 number. I can see that because one of the reasons the Knicks struggled last year against top defenses. And that means usually the better team. Remember, they struggled. They couldn't beat any of the elite teams. OKC, Boston, they couldn't beat them at all during the regular season. Cleveland, those three. And I think there was a fourth one. I can't remember. And they all happen to have also elite defenses. Well, that is something that is going to change drastically this season with the ball movement and the player movement and getting Brunson some looks off ball as well and keeping defenses guessing, not constantly, okay, here's they're going to run this play when they bring it down and then Brunson's going to do his thing and all we got to do is, take away that first option and then the shot clock's running down and it's going to be a heave. No, it's all going to be different now. We haven't seen it run perfectly yet, but having rewatched Game 3 of the preseason, you can see glimpses of it. Especially those beautiful moments where they switched Rudy onto OG and it had Randall on Towns. Because the idea is putting someone, a smaller, more agile power forward onto Towns kind of neutralizes him. Well, they made him pay. Brunson made him pay. It was a beautiful play where Cat came up to set the screen for Brunson at the top of the three-point line. And by Cat coming up, Rudy, who was guarding OG, had to pay attention. And he kind of froze, took 1/2 step towards Cat. And Brunson did a whip pass over to OG, who caught the ball on the move and went in for, I think it was a dunk. Gorgeous play. Just frozen. So that kind of stuff we didn't see last year. Those kind of adjustments, we just didn't see it. And this is a team, the whole offense was running without any play calling, trying to make the new concepts instinctual. Well, eventually, they're going to be instinctual, and then eventually Brown is going to make some play calls here and there to exploit things that he's seeing that's happening on the court. Once it gets to that, and then with the defense the way it is, the Knicks, of teams that have played at least 3 games or at least 2 games or more so far this preseason, the Knicks have the best rated defense in the preseason. They have a 92.2 defensive rating. 92.2. That's amazing. So if that's for real, and we saw, the Knicks were creating havoc, creating turnovers after turnover after turnover, and now we have a full season of Mitch. Fabulous. Fabulous. Let's see what else we got here. Dragonite Sky says 60 wins. Okay. 65 wins is a lot. Yeah, 65 wins is a lot. 65. I mean, OKC won 68 last year. That's a crazy amount. I honestly, to be honest, if we got the 60 wins, I'll be blown away. I almost put 60 here, almost, and I was like, there's gonna be moments of, there's gonna be a couple games or two that we lose that we shouldn't lose, and I think 59 is pretty aggressive, but I do think the 6-0 mark is very, very possible. So when you look at the betting lines, definitely take the over on the Knicks. The Cavs is a tricky one. I personally think 56 wins is possible for them. I mean, they won. How many games did they win last year? 62, 64 or something? They did fantastic. They could end up with 58 wins, so I would take the over on the Cavs. The Orlando Magic, I would definitely take the under on this. 51.5 wins, I think, is a lot for that team. And that team has never achieved anything in the playoffs. And with all the health issues, I mean, Jason Isaacs always gets hurt. Franz Wagner has been hurt also. Last year, both Wagner and Banchero got hurt. I don't know. I would take the under on that one with the Magic. The Hawks is a tough one. That's a tough one. What do you guys think about the Hawks? Do you guys would you drop it in the chat there? Take the over on the Hawks or the under? Oh man. Put a little music on here. You guys tell me if this music gets a little too loud. Get some new tunes here for the Knicks-Verse. Hawks always give us competition even when they look media. Yeah, us, definitely. Definitely. Oh, 2 thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. That's the best part, man. You put in all this time and this work, and you come out here, and it's a great community. And everyone's like so hyped, and we're all fanatics, but we're also respectful, which is great. Definitely is the best fan base. I've seen games, all over the place, different arenas and different sports. I mean, some sports, you have great fans all over the place, but not like New York fans. Chris Stapps could get injured. Yep, but Hawks here's the thing. If it all works and they all stay healthy, look, even Jalen Johnson, remember, he missed like 2/3 of the season last year or more even. Who knows, and I think he was also hurt in college too. So he might be an injury prone kind of guy. I think, but let's say health is not an issue for them. They could be one of those teams that starts, maybe ends up with 50 wins. They could. They've won 50 in the past, right? Like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 seasons ago. Jalen Johnson is he is Atlanta's best player. It's not even low key. They all know it. I think they all know it. And I think Chris Stapps having him there, man, is going to make Trae Young's life so much easier. Let's see. NAW, yeah, that's right. They got him. Alexander Walker. So Luis Nunez says under, but it feels like the rest of you guys feel like 46 wins is about right, or maybe even too low. Let me know there. And the next team I want to talk about with you guys. Yeah, we could have. Yeah, that's right. We could have drafted Johnson, right? 46 and 46 46-52 feels reasonable for Atlanta. Okay. 48 wins. Okay. So I may have them a little too low. I thought so too, honestly. I kind of had them at first tied with the Magic. Yeah. What do you guys now? Let's move down to the next one, the Pistons. That one I'm curious about. The Pistons. Let me look at their roster. Let's look at the Pistons roster. Because I early on when I was working on this, I had them as the third best team. But then as I kind of kept thinking it through, the Magic seem to be just clearly a little bit better right now. So they still have Malik Beasley on the roster here listed, but we'll see. Cade Cunningham, Duran, Fontecchio, remember him? They got Timmy Hardaway. Timmy Hardaway is gone. This is last year. I'm looking at last year's roster. So Paul Reed. They have Karis LeVert. They added him. Jaden Ivey. They added Duncan Robinson. That guy, Bobby Clintman, looks like a player. Cade Cunningham. He's eventually going to be an MVP candidate one day. Long Island boy, Tobias Harris. Isaiah Stewart is coming back healthy. And then they have Osar Thompson. Tremendous defensive player. Jalen Duran. I don't know, guys. That's Javonte Green. And Paul Reed. That's a good team. That is a good team. I got the Pistons at 46 wins, which is the over versus BetMGM, but ESPN Pelton has them at 42.6. So 46 seems to be kind of reasonable for the Pistons. The volume okay with the music? Because I can't really hear it. George, who has the deepest bench? The deepest bench in the East? Let's see. Cleveland's pretty deep. Let's see here. The deepest bench in the East. Let's look at the Cleveland Cavaliers bench. Let's see. Let's let's look at them here. Pull this up. Where's that network? Let's see. Okay. Here we go. All right. They have, the roster here. Okay, so they have, they had Thomas Bryant. They have Larry Nance Jr., Sam Merrill. Guy's a player, can shoot. Okike. And they added Lonzo Ball. Craig Porter Jr., second-year player. And Dean Wade. I don't know if he's going to start. I guess he will start. They're pretty deep. But I think ours is deeper. I mean, we have Josh Hart, Yabusele, Clarkson, and Brogdon and Deuce. That's our bench. I mean, that's a tremendous bench. Yeah, I think we're a little deeper. You think Drew Brees? He thinks Cleveland screwed up paying Sam Merrill over Ty Jerome. That could be very possible. That could be very possible. Let's look at who's the next team to look at here. Oh, I wanted to look at the let's look at the Chicago Bulls. Okay, the Bulls. Patrick Williams, Josh Giddey, Muhammadu Gueye, I think that's how you say it. Trey Jones. They got Trey Jones from Duke, 5-year player. Okoro, Jalen Smith, Kevin Herter, Matas Puzelis, who I like him a lot. I thought he was a really good rookie last year. Zach Collins, Aye Tusumo, Javon Carter, Scrappy, Kobe White, love Kobe White, and Vucevic and Dalen Terry. That's a team. That's a good team. That team could, what do we say we have? We have 30. That team, 41 wins. Yeah, that could be a 500 team. Definitely could be a 500 team. All right, let's, I want to hear what you guys think about the Toronto Raptors. Our old Nick players. Drew's review. What's going on here? Was I a Thibs guy, or did I want him gone? I'm sure people here could answer that. I had been advocating for a while for Thibs to go elsewhere. It was really frustrating dealing with him, watching the way he managed the team and the way he managed the players. The way he overplayed the starters, and at the end, the team ran out of gas. You can see Josh Hart said it himself against the Indiana Pacers in the playoffs. He just had nothing left. He gave everything he could. He thought he played well against Detroit and Boston, which he did, but then by the Indiana series, he was dead. The thing about what Thibs didn't understand was that the postseason is deep. It goes a long way. It's many, many games, and they're really high-intensity games, high-leverage moments constantly. And it's exhausting. And if you're treating the regular season like it's the postseason, you're going to burn your players out. And especially if you don't use the bench, So I think it was time for him to go. I actually had asked for him to be let go during the season. Like around February, and I knew it was unlikely it was going to happen, but definitely felt that they could have made the move. They could have made the move at the time, but they didn't. What we got here? Okay, let's talk about the Raptors. Toronto's trying to trade RJ, and they overpaid IQ. Raptors can cook if the offense minimizes RJ and leans on IQ. Scotty Ingram as their 3. Yeah. Meanwhile, RJ is looking good in the preseason. He had the other game. He was like a plus 20 or something. Yeah, I wanted Thibs gone in 2022. Totally. It's tricky because he obviously had success with the team. But I felt like all along he wasn't allowing this team to be the best version that it could be. They had to be the version only he wanted, and that was very frustrating from my standpoint. But I appreciate everything he did for the franchise. Definitely appreciate that. Dan Williams thinks Toronto shite. I'm more bullish on the Raptors and the Bulls than most people. I just feel like players at that age right now that they have, I feel like they're either going to make some leaps or they've already plateaued and then that's it. But guys like Kobe White, and Josh Giddey, I love the chemistry they have. Like Matas Buzeles is a really, really nice player. Kevin Huerter can shoot the rock. They have a nice balance of outside shooting. They got Trey Jones over there now, who can run the show at times. I don't know, man. I like the Bulls. And then when you look at Toronto, let's look at them. Let me check out Toronto's. Toronto. I mean, adding Brandon Ingram, that's a sweet high. I mean, but the thing is, can he stay healthy? That's the big question with him. Can he stay healthy? They got Brandon Ingram. They got I think Sandro Mamuke. How do you say that? Mamuke Slavi. I always liked him. That guy can shoot. He's a baller. Let's see. Ochai Abaji, Scotty Barnes, quickly. This guy, Mongbo, he looks like a player. Same with Jamal Sheed. Jacoby Walter, a Baylor guy. He could pop. Not pop, at least, level up. Poeltl is a nice center. And then Grady Dick and RJ. I mean, they got a nice team. The issue is more chemistry. And it was a little too Scotty Barnes centric. I think Scotty is not a point guard. He was being asked to play that role. He's not. So I think having Quickly take advantage of that. And actually, it's time for Quickly to pop. Definitely for Quickly. So if that happens, I think my 500 record prediction for them is a possibility. Or did I have them 500 or I have more? Oh, I have actually 42 and 40. So I think it's possible. But even the betting line, look, the Pelton have them at 40.7 wins, and BetMGM have them at 39.5 wins. So I'm not that far off. Not that far off. All right, who's the other team that we want to talk about here? All right, I want to hear you guys' take on the Sixers, Celtics, and Pacers. What do you guys sincerely expect from those teams? You know what? How about this? I want to see you guys rank them. Sixers, Celtics, and Pacers. Who's going to have the better season of those three? And who's going to have the worst season of those three? Sixers, Celtics, and Pacers. I'm curious what you guys think there. Because I clearly have them right here as the Sixers. I think the Sixers are going to have the better season. But that's predicated on Joel Embiid coming back and playing, and Paul George eventually coming back and playing. Who else? They're missing somebody else. Watson too. So Sixers. I have Sixers doing the best of those three. Celtics the second best, and the Pacers not by much, coming in third there. Is it crazy out to say that it's going to finish under 500 because of Giannis? Who said Milwaukee's going to finish under 500? I have Milwaukee above 500, 45 and 37. I just can't see Milwaukee being under 500 with Giannis playing most of the games. I just can't see that. Dragonite Sky says Andrew Nemhard can take a big leap here, but they lost their 5-out ability with Turner gone. Yep. But Huff, I think Huff, doesn't he have some 5-out ability? Let me look look at Indiana. Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers. Jay Huff. Let's see, does he shoot the three at all? He's a 40% three-point shooter for his career. Now, what kind of volume are we talking about? Actual real volume. Well, last season he put up 3 attempts per game. He shot. Okay. All right, so they're gonna have some. I mean, he's not gonna be the shooter that Turner was from deep, but you know, it's not like they lost that completely. So that's interesting. Mathurin, he's gonna have a great time there playing without Tyrese around. They're getting Isaiah Jackson back. They got Campaign, so you know he's gonna inflict some of that. What else? But TJ McConnell, it turns out he's hurt, and I believe he's gone for. I think he's gone for like a month, so that's going to hurt them. But they got our guy Obi Toppin, Nembhard, and still Pascal Siakam is still one of the best players around. Furphy and Aaron Nesmith, tremendous defender, three-point shooter, and Ben Shepherd and Jarace Walker. Yeah, they still have a good team. I think though that wins prediction is pretty insane that everyone else has for them. The 45.9 that the ESPN Pelton has, I think that's crazy, out of control. All right. Let's see who we got here. Hey, you guys hitting the thumbs up button for me? Smash that like button. And also remember, memberships have become available. Please join. There's only one tier because there's only one group, calling it the Legends. You're going to get priority reply to comments. We're going to do some members only shorts. There'll be a chat room on Discord for members only, shout outs, merch discounts, and more. We'll do some live streams for members only like once a month. And there'll be a weekly newsletter that kind of recaps the events that occurred that week, and any rumors, any updates with the Knicks. It'll be an email newsletter. So it'd be great if you want to help support the channel, help support the Knicks-Verse. That is a great way to do it. Also, get your gear. It's good quality stuff. Everything I've gotten from them has been high quality, and this embroidery is beautiful. It just came yesterday, so hyped. Gonna order a bunch of other caps too as well. And so I'll be designing some new stuff. If you guys have any ideas for some merch and gear, just let me know. Let me know about that. But yeah, definitely helps the channel a lot if you participate. Okay, let's get back to this. Philly is gonna. Buzzbeater thinks Philly's gonna have a better season than people think. I have them 2 games. You have them 2 games over 500. So you have them with kind of what the Raptors are doing. Well, I have them 2 games under. It's a 4-game swing. Actually, it's just a 2-game swing. That's very possible. That's very possible. I mean, they didn't look that great against us, but they had nobody. I mean, they were decimated. Their unit was decimated. I just don't know. I mean, we have zero data of what a team with Paul George, Embiid, and Maxey really is, how it's going to perform. Because they were together for 5 games last year? I think that was it. 5 games. But this kid, VJ Edgecombe, incredibly athletic, insane. He's going to be one of the best dunkers in the game. Quentin Grimes, they brought him back. He was fabulous for the Sixers towards the end of this season when the people were hurt. and they needed some scoring. And he's coming into his fifth year. And he'll be playing for a big contract in the summer. I'm expecting really big things from Quinton. This kid, Kennedy Chandler, I don't know if he'll make the roster, but he's sure fun to watch. Justin Edwards, I think he will make the roster. He's got good size. Jabari Walker, yeah, I think he showed some nice moves. He definitely can play around the basket, and defensively he was solid. Trendon Watford is a very good player who he didn't play at all in summer league. Preseason in Abu Dhabi. Joel, we know his story. Broom, not sure about him. Salas, not sure about him. Eric Gordon, 17th year. He's going to be playing his 18th year. He's dropped off a lot, but he'll give him some minutes. They got Lonnie Walker the fourth. Adem Bona, I liked him a lot. I liked him at UCLA. I think he'll give them some nice backup minutes at the center position. Paul George, we'll see when he comes back. Yes, he's not the elite Paul George anymore, but he's still got some stuff. I mean, old Lions are still dangerous, and that's Paul George right there. Drummond, look at him burying corner 3-pointers. Kelly Oubre Jr., he definitely has become a much better player, a better defensive player as well. Oh, my light is starting to die. That means maybe the show should be coming to an end soon. Tyrese Maxey, fabulous, an all-star. And then Jared McCain. It's a bummer. We'll see when he's actually, what is the report? Do you guys know when he's supposed to return? What is his story? Let's see. What's his story? Gonna have to find out about that. But yeah, I mean, that's a good team. I can see, 42-40. That's totally realistic. Totally realistic. All right, who else? Okay. Yes, hit the like button. Share the video. I'm gonna try to do some editing on all that stuff earlier on because you guys couldn't hear me, and it was it was a disaster starting it off. But I will be going live at least once a week, if not more than that. And if you're a member, that'll be great because there'll be members only chat at some point. But we'll work that all out because definitely this is all inclusive. I mean, the fans. It's all about the fans. I'm basically I'm a fan. That's all it is. I do this because I want to talk Knicks with people who love the team as much as I do, and want to see them succeed, and that also suffer as much as I do when they don't. Oof, man. And we need some joy. New York fans need some joy after the Yankees and the Mets collapse, and then what's happening with the Jets. But the Giants are showing signs of life. Dart looks like he's going to be a bona fide starter in the NFL. So that's exciting. But definitely check out some of the other videos that I put out if you haven't seen them. Just reading the chat here. Dan Williams says, love Obi. Still my favorite Knick rookie in recent times. Yeah. I miss him a lot. I miss our guys. I miss Obi. I miss Quickly. I miss RJ. But the team's got to evolve. I think Obi is a guy we should have held on to, though. Definitely. We could have. Remember, we gave him up for what? 2 second rounders? That was ridiculous. Yeah. Paul George, good for about 13 games. Yeah. Reread them, especially the earlier ones, because when I was doing my breakdown. Appreciate everyone joining me here on Into the Knicks-Verse, the first live show of the 2025-26 season. This is going to be, obviously, based upon what I have predicted here, the most exciting season for the Knicks in 25 years at least, but I think it's going to be more. I think Knicks are going to the finals, guys. That's what I think. They're going to the finals. All right, let's talk about this before I sign off. Let's talk about this. So, if all goes right, health allows, chemistry, vibes, and the team doesn't encounter any weirdness, and they defeat the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals, but who even knows who's going to be the Cavs, because the Cavs have struggled to get there. We don't know. It could be Atlanta. It could be Detroit. It could be, it could be the Bucks. Wouldn't that be wild if it was the Bucks? Whoever it is, the Knicks will defeat them. They'll go to the finals. Who are they going to face in the finals? Most likely, it's one of two teams. The obvious one is the current champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the other one is the Denver Nuggets. Two incredibly tough matchups. Incredibly tough. The upside is those two went to a game 7 last year when they face each other. And the Nuggets are even better this year. It's so difficult to repeat. Health, just motivation, concentration, all of that stuff, and just the length of the season. Playing all the way deep into the finals, it's very taxing on the body, wear and tear. And apparently Jalen Williams, he's still having hand issues. He was getting cortisone shots during that whole finals, during the playoffs, but he still delivered a big 40 burger in the biggest game of the year there. Or it could be Orlando in the Eastern Conference Finals. You think Zach thinks we match up better with the Nuggets? I think we do. I think we do match up better with the Nuggets, but I think the Thunder and Nuggets are going to put so many knife cuts into each other that either of those teams, once they get to the finals, will be vulnerable. And then it comes down to our depth, because usually in playoffs, rotations shrink. If you have a 10-man rotation, it shrinks down to 9, and 8 goes down to 7, and 9 goes down to 8. But with Brown coming from that Steve Kerr, tutelage, and when they realized that they overdid it in that 72-win season, and they had to make sure they had their guys fresh deep into the playoffs, I have a feeling that the Knicks' depth and just the quality of the depth. I mean, we have guys like Landry Shamet is not even technically going to be in the rotation. He's not. The 10th spot is going to be taken by Brogdon when Josh Hart returns. So then if Garrison Matthews makes it onto the squad, he's a total sniper, we got depth and we got a lot of flexibility. We can inflict a lot of damage on teams. So there is a very, very strong possibility that because of the brutality that the Nuggets and Thunder are going to inflict on each other, and let me tell you, and the West is tough. I mean, the Warriors are going to be a tough out. Dallas is going to be tough. Lakers, even LeBron is not starting the season. They're going to be a tough out. I think the Knicks, this is the year the Knicks have the best chance to win it all. Woo! Bring us the championship. Let's go. This has been Into the Knicks-Verse, the season preview of the Eastern Conference 2025-2026 wins projections. The Knicks-Verse has the New York Knicks winning 59 games and 23 losses, with the Cavs in second at 56 wins. The Magic 48. Hawks and Pistons both with 46. And the Bucks, the 6th seed, 45 wins. In the play-in, the Toronto Raptors, Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls, and the Philadelphia 76ers. I feel very good about these selections. There could be some shifts here and there, but in general, I feel like these are going to be the top 10 teams in the upcoming season. Yeah. How many of the players on the team can we sign? Right now, we can only sign one. To sign two, we have to trade one of the youngsters. Either it's Pacom Dadier or Tyler Kolek. I think it's going to be Kolek, but Garrison Matthews is also somebody interesting. So what may happen is both Dadier and Kolek get traded, so that we can sign all three of those guys, convert their non-guarantees to guaranteeds, and then have flexibility during the season to sign another vet if needed, due to injuries or just chemistry issues, or just somebody just doesn't have it. So I feel like that's probably what's going to happen, and we're about 11 days away from that. So in the next 10 days, a trade will happen. And I put out a video that broke it all down, so you guys should definitely check it out. I'll put it at the end of this stream. Yeah, you should check that out. Okay. Well, this has been a fun stream, even though it started off shaky. Started off very shaky. I had some streaming issues. Keyframe interval issues is what they called it. But got it going finally, so I'm really happy. Had a nice steady group here. You guys hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you think of anything later on, or you guys are anyone's watching this later on in the replay, just drop your comments. I read them all. And don't forget to become a member if you want to support the Knicks-Verse. It helps tremendously. There'll be a lot of perks. There'll be more perks that are not listed here. There'll be we'll do some private rooms. There'll be some private chats, Q&As. And the members only shorts I'm excited about, because I'll be able to put up my quick thoughts about things, my quick takes about things that members will see. And then eventually maybe I'll compile them together, and then everyone else can see them later on. But this is because sometimes I can't get to put a video out in time, So like if there's an injury or something that happens, definitely that's a good way to keep in touch. And just be great. Support the channel. And don't forget to go to the store, Knicks-Verse store. Check that out as well. And let's see. I'll be doing a live at least once a week. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this. I will see you around the Knicks-Verse. Let's go. 50. Let's go 60. 60 burger.